I'm Casey, and this is my dad. Do you want to tell him your name?
My name is Wallace James Cook Sr.
He goes by many different names.
Yeah.
Depending on who you're talking to, you might get Wallace, you might get Wally, you might get Jimmy, you might get Jim. I've never met someone who's had more names than you.
Alias.
And much like my flip personality, they're all different personalities too. You don't want to mess with Jimmy Cook.
That's for sure. No touching the feet.
So I've decided that I wanted to do like this interview type thing with my dad. And I've got some questions. A couple of family members have asked some questions for me to ask him to, I guess, get a reaction. So we'll see how well that goes. The first question is from my cousin Dawn. And she wanted to ask you that you have to weigh baby pigs to ensure that they're eating enough. Mm-hmm. And how long do you suggest to weigh them before you stop?
200 pounds. Then you get rid of them.
So is there a backstory behind that, or is it just...
Yeah, me and her dad had raised a couple of them, and they were a pain in the ass.
I don't think I was around during that time, but if I was really little. But I do know I've seen a couple of pictures of you and Uncle Ted trying to push him into a truck or something.
Holly and Davis.
And what was the purpose of getting these pigs?
To raise them and get fresh meat, fresh pork.
And did you end up doing that?
Yes, we did. We took them to the butcher, and we got bacon and ham, and it was worth it, I guess. It was expensive.
Yeah. So I think you only did that one time, right? You wouldn't.
Two times.
You did it 2 times?
We did it 2 times. We didn't learn the first time. We did it the second time.
But you learned the second time and didn't do it again.
No more pigs. Did you see that? No more pigs.
No more pigs. Okay. So, and then
Thanks,
also,
Dawn.
the other one that Dawn wanted me to ask you about was the time that I guess you brought her a kitten. You remember bringing her cat?
Probably.
We were actually, a funny story, kind of related. We were talking about all the animals that we've had, and we have determined that he's the messed up one because he always brought the animals home. But somehow it's my fault now that the animals that we have...
Yes, it is. Yes, for sure. I would only have one dog, but I got 3 now.
It's not my fault. I just said, look at this puppy, and he said he wanted it, What am I going to do?
Yeah.
I think I was talking about it in my live.
I wanted a male, but I got a female.
Yeah. I was talking about it in my live. The dogs that I have, Abby and Crowley, Abby came from a litter that we got over in a different town or whatever, from a pet.com type of thing where they foster the animals. And she was also with her sister, which my parents now have. And then when I went to get Crowley, there was some other puppies in the litter, and my dad wanted one because, they're cool dogs, pit bull, bull mastiff. He was like, oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But he wanted a boy, but there wasn't any boys left, so he got a girl. So he's got Luna and Maisie, which are the siblings to my Abby and Crowley. And he also has a Pomeranian named Jack.
Right. I think that was your dog, Jack.
Oh, no. I had absolutely nothing to do with Jack. You cannot blame Jack on me.
I thought we were getting rid of you.
Yeah, you went and got Jack, and then I went and got the other dog that he
Couldn't
got.
be without it. I understand.
Oh, whatever. Anyways, so we kind of have a long, ridiculous story of animals in our lives. I was telling them on the live that you've probably had every legal animal that you could have, and probably a few that weren't.
2 illegal ones, yeah, sure.
You've had some monkeys and some...
I've had raccoons.
I remember you were talking about you had some... What kind of monkey was it? Was it a chimpanzee or capuchin?
It was
It was this kind.
that kind. It was a
Spider monkey.
Oh, spider monkey?
It wasn't a little bit of spider monkey. They were a little bit of things. This was next step up.
I don't know.
Mean mother.
It didn't like mom, right?
Didn't like women.
Didn't like women? Oh, okay.
You bite.
Sexist monkey.
Yeah, he was a sexist monkey. What was his name?
Bocce.
Bocce. Bocce.
Okay. All right. So some of the questions that I came up with, because I think you have a very interesting background of jobs.
Mhm.
And do you have any idea how many jobs you've had in your life? Like if you were just to guess a number?
Probably like 10.
10? Let's see. Some of the ones that I could remember. I know you worked at a gas station. Did you own the gas station or?
I worked at one and I owned one.
Yeah, okay. And then obviously the upholstery business. You were a vacuum salesperson for like a day.
Yep.
You did newspaper delivery at one point.
Yep.
You have had antique shops, or like, didn't you kind of have like a pawn shop too at one point?
Yeah, sort of like a buy and sell trade.
Obviously the flea market and auctions. And I don't know what you did, but I remember there's one story that you were telling me that there was a piece of equipment that you didn't know how to use, but you told the person, yeah, I can figure it out.
That was a bulldozer that the guy asked me if I could know how to run one. I said yes. I went down and I run it and I ran the tracks off it.
So you were there for like a day, right?
Yeah. No, I was there for a long time, but I got away with that one.
What was that job though? Like what did you?
That was a truck driver.
Truck driver?
Yep.
What else have you done?
I've done. Let me see. I worked in a rubber factory making rubber tubing.
Oh, okay. I don't know that one.
Yep. That was when I was probably 19, 20.
So about 100 years ago.
I worked for the town of LaGrange, driving a dump truck.
Okay.
I was there quite a while, 7 years, I think. Then I did upholstery from then on.
How did you start doing upholstery?
I think I worked in a factory in Beacon, New York, and I started doing some work there and just followed it through.
Okay.
And
If you don't know, my dad has done upholstery for
since 1960.
1960. That's a long time to be doing something.
Yeah.
And he's taught my brothers how to do it. And my job when we had the upholstery shop was I got to take apart the furniture.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was a professional at it,
You was
if I
really
dare
good.
say so myself.
You were really good at it.
And I was also a button maker.
Right, you made buttons.
We had this cool little machine that you would put the fabric on, and then you would put the little button pieces on it, and you would choom, choom,
And you make buttons.
and you would make the button and you sew it on. It was pretty cool.
It was a good job.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did any of those jobs, like besides the upholstery, which you've done that one for a long time, was there a job that you like actually like really enjoyed doing and you wish you would have done it longer, or
Yep. That was working for the town of Grange, driving a truck and whatever. I
like
should have stayed there and retired.
yeah, why did you like that? Just
It was an easy job, good pay, and I could have had a lot more money than I got today.
Western Union.
Huh?
Western Union.
Yeah, I worked for Western Union too, because I was television one time.
oh yeah, I remember you
And when
saying.
they come time that I have to sing Happy Birthday, I quit.
How old were you when you did that job?
16.
Oh my god, I can only imagine.
I had to ride a bicycle and go around and hand out telegrams, and if you had to sing in one, you had to sing, and I wouldn't sing. So,
Man, I need to find. I've got a picture of my dad. I think you were probably in your 20s. The picture that I have, but my dad was a badass back in the day. So I can just imagine him going up to a door with a singing telegram.
yeah, it wasn't gonna happen. Yep, I didn't last here too long.
I just guess that. All right, so obviously not maybe a job that you've had, but was there ever like what did you want to do? What was your dream job? Trying to have a freaking serious interview. My mom's in the background laughing.
Laughing. Probably, I don't know. I think.
Look at the frame. It's rain.
I think doing upholstery was really made me a lot of money, and I enjoyed it throughout the years.
But like when you were, are you just avoiding the question? Like when you were a little kid, like was there
When I was a
something?
little kid, I
Yeah,
probably
like-
wanted to be a bank robber, maybe. My mom used to say me and my brother should have been born back in the Western days, we would have been outlaws.
I can see that. I can see that. My uncles and you being outlaws. I can
Yep.
totally picture that. So that's like when you were a little kid, you were like, someone said, what do you want to be when you grow up? You were like, I want to be a bank robber.
Bank robbers. Yep, that's right.
I'm glad that's not the career that you pursued.
But we can pursue it. Yeah, it's a good idea. That was when I was a kid. Years ago. Buy a car for $25, put a new motor in it, transmission. Yep.
Can't do that today.
Now,
I think the best deal you can get on a car is maybe $500, and it's usually a piece of junk.
Yeah, that's remember when I bought you that time?
Yeah. My dad, we just moved back from Florida, and I didn't have a car, so he found this
Buick, wasn't it?
Buick, yeah.
Yep.
A Buick at a yard sale, and $500 I think it was, right?
Yep.
$400 or $500.
$500.
And he test drove it, went down the block, it ran fine. He's like, yeah, this will be fine for you for now, So bought the car. We got it to the driveway and it stopped and would not start. He did everything possible and, he had to check the codes and everything. I mean, it was months. I eventually ended up getting a 96 Jeep Cherokee, but I named that car the Buick Posse.
Yeah.
POS.
Yep. I still see the guy we sold it to at the flea market.
Oh, geez, yeah. We ended up having to resell it because we
And,
couldn't do anything. What did you get? Did you get?
I think we got your money back.
Yeah.
I think we got your money back. And every once in a while I see him and I laugh because he thought it just needed a little thing that I did. I don't think he recognized me, but yeah.
Oh, he probably does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember because they came and they got it. They had to bring it, take it with a flatbed. Flatbed.
Flatbed. Yep.
And I told him, it doesn't run, it doesn't do anything. Oh no, I know how to fix it.
Yep.
I wonder if he ever ended up what he ended up doing with it.
It questioned me way a long time ago, and I forgot just what he had asked me, but I said, I really don't know anything about it.
Well, so
Ended that conversation.
I've definitely had a lot less cars. I think
Yeah.
I feel like in my time frame of learning how to drive to now, I've had way less cars than you probably ever.
In a month. Yeah.
All right, so I don't know what has cut off in this video because apparently the thing decided that it was just going to stop recording. So during my edits, if something doesn't make sense, that is why. So we'll have to try to do this another day. But my last question I wanted to ask you was, what is your favorite memory of me as a kid?
Let me see. There was a lot of things. You was always a good kid. You were always happy. And very stubborn.
I don't know where I got that from.
You were very stubborn, and you. I guess the best thing was you was always a good, pleasant kid, and you would never give in. When I would ask you something, you wouldn't answer, and I used to get a little.
Are you mixing me up with my sister? Because that sounds more like Becky than me.
No, Becky would answer back. You didn't answer. You just sat there and stared.
No, you're mixing us up because
You're mixing them up.
you're mixing us up. I didn't do that.
She wouldn't talk.
Yes, she would. She'd argue with you.
Yeah, I was the arguer.
yeah.
I'm the one who argued.
Yeah, you did argue with me.
Beck would just clam up.
Yeah, no, you did argue. You're right.
I don't know where I got that spunk, but
Probably your mother.
I don't think I did it in a rude way.
No, you didn't do it in a rude way.
I think, but you
You just had an answer for everything.
yeah, well,
Yeah, well,
I get that from you.
some of your answers weren't right.
Some of your questions weren't right. What is happening over there? Oh, he's scared. Crowley's going between my mom's legs.
Look at him.
Well, one memory I've got to say before we end this that I think is great from my childhood is when you would go on roller coasters with me.
Yes.
When we went to SeaWorld, and my dad's not the type of person to go on rides.
No.
Like, that's not his style, but twice we went on Journey to Atlantis. I remember it was at SeaWorld, and Mom was not going. She's like, nope. And Dad was like, oh, how bad could it be? It was
Bad.
I gotta find the pictures of us on that ride because his eyes were bulging out.
And I had a diaper on.
And I remember, like, I think I got this from you. Like, when you're scared or nervous, you turn to humor. Like, you want
Yeah.
to be funny about
You
it.
gotta sidetrack your mind.
And which I feel like probably has scarred me a little bit. But we were on this ride, and I was tiny when I was
Yeah.
a kid, a little tiny.
Yeah.
Probably was just barely at the limit of being able to go on this ride. And, you know, obviously you're strapped in and it's safe, but when they put that bar over you and it starts wobbling, it kind of makes you a little worried. And he's sitting there and he's going like this. He's like, oh, I think it's broke. It's going to come up. It's going to come up. And meanwhile, we're going up and it's like, no. And I'm like, and all the while he's aggravating me. Do you know, he's the one that I turn to when I'm scared?
Yep.
Like, what?
It's true. And
So-
we rode the front car the second time,
Yeah.
which was worse
Yeah.
because we were the first one to hit the water.
And the whole time, oh my God.
I think we got pictures.
Yeah, I gotta find those because
Yep.
that was great. But yep, and he went on there twice with me. I don't think we went on too many rides after that.
Well,
But
you was always a little spoiled as you grew up.
well, my parents made me that way.
That's right.
It's the parents' fault, right?
We took you to Graceland,
Yep, Tennessee. We went to.
Tennessee.
We went all over
And
Tennessee.
you even went to Biloxi and to the casino with us.
Yeah, those aren't some of the greatest memories of my life, though. Let's not talk about those.
Do you remember they? Yeah, that was a good memory.
Yeah, it's great. Freaking place poisoned me. Anyways. Well, thank you for doing this interview with me, and hopefully, maybe we'll get some other questions, and we'll do this again. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask in the comments. I like doing Q&As.
We'd like to see the fan club ask me some questions because I got all the answers. Trust me.
Yeah. So definitely need some questions to ask. Those are the questions that I knew, you know, because he's got such interesting stories, and there's a lot of other ones, but I'm not sure if, you know, legally we could put them on. I feel like someone might get in trouble, you know, some parties or whatever, so he'll have to write it in his memoir or something.
We're in witness protection.
Yeah, we're in
Yeah.
witness protection.
We're witness
So I'm going to start
protection.
a YouTube channel. That's smart.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you for doing this with me.
It was enjoyable. And if you have any other questions, we're glad to answer them.
And don't forget to subscribe or follow, depending on where you are. Like this video, put a comment down below, and share with your friends.
Why not? If anybody didn't get a chance.
Maybe. Maybe. I hope you guys have a random day, and see you in the next one.